The Renpho Morphoscan Smart Body Scale promises to be the best smart scale out there. But is the data it provides actually valuable? Hi, I'm Phil from WellnessPulse, and in this Renpho Morphoscan review, I'll go over the setup, features, and other aspects of this device to see if it's actually worth the hype. Okay, so let's begin with unboxing the Renpho Morphoscan Smart Scale together. So this is the box that it comes in. Has some basic packaging materials. So it has a quick guide sheet that walks you through downloading the app, how to register for your account, setting it up, pairing it, all the basic instructions on how to use it, which we'll walk through later in the video. It has a little manual that comes with it, just in case you want to flip through it. And this is the actual scale itself. I'm assuming this is probably the charging cable. So it comes with a USB-C charging cable right here. All right, so let me move this box out of the way so we can start focusing on the scale itself. So I really like the scale. It looks very nice and modern, but it smudges. I can already tell just by holding it. So that's just a little bit of a side note. I should mention that the max capacity for this scale is 400 pounds or 180 kilograms. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the labels right here. That's one of the best parts about getting something new is you can remove the labels. It's pretty satisfying. Okay, so this right here is the retractable handle. Now, as you can tell, it has a screen on there in this little section where you can put your thumbs in so it can accurately read all the metrics that it has to. Now, it can be a little bit tricky whenever you want to retract it back. So that handle is required just to show you more accurate data like the fat and muscle ratio, and helps to break down data to different body parts like the torso, arms, and the legs. As you can see, the LED screen is quite large and it's sitting right on the retractable handle. It's clear and pretty easy to read the metrics. Just a quick note, the LED displays 7 different metrics, which is body fat, BMI, body water, skeletal muscle, metabolic age, bone mass, BMI, weight status. More details are going to be available through the app and we'll get there soon. Are you ready to give the Renpho Morphoscan Smart Body Scale a try? Why not do it with a discount? We've got a link with the best price for WellnessPulse viewers in the description. Or you could just scan this QR code on your screen right now. Use the offer and get the best deal on the Renpho Smart Scale while also enjoying 18-month warranty and free shipping. Okay, now I'm gonna walk you through how to download and install the Morphoscan Health app. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're gonna go to the App Store and we're gonna download the Renpho Health app. It's gonna ask you if it can allow it to connect to your Bluetooth devices. You're gonna wanna go accept that because we're gonna connect it to the scale later. Okay, now we're gonna create an account by adding some basic information. It's gonna verify your email by sending you a code. Once you type in your basic info, it's asking you stuff like your name, your birthday, your height, your weight. Now I'm going to add the device to the app. Great, so now let's go ahead and step on the scale so it can finish pairing. Before I step on the scale, the app is telling me a few things to keep in mind for the first time use. For example, what posture I should have, where I should place my feet and my hands when I retract the handle. The handle is a little bit tricky to use at first, but then you get a little bit more used to it, of course. I want to quickly mention that you need to place the scale on a flat surface and be barefoot to get the most accurate results. So let's go ahead and step on the scale now and follow these instructions. What I like about the app is that it's breaking down the fat standard ratio just across multiple body parts like my abdomen, my arms, and my legs. It's also showing me my current weight and what my target weight is. As I scroll down, it also gives me my weight, my BMI, and my body fat percentage. It's also showing me the muscle percentage, the muscle mass, skeletal muscle percentage, and a few other important metrics that I would want to just keep an eye out on my wellness journey. As I scroll further down, it's giving me my limb data. So segmental fat analysis on my arms and my legs, including my trunk. And it also gives me my muscle balance on those same body parts. When I click into each metric, it gives me additional information. So for example, when I click on the downward arrow for my weight, it'll show me where I'm at, and it's telling me I'm a little bit high and I could work on that. Same thing when I click on my body fat percentage, it'll show me the analysis and where I'm at. So it'll give you an explanation and a chart just on each of these metrics so you can keep track of your wellness journey. It can definitely be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're not used to tracking so much information, but over time, it's just good to have that amount of visibility so you can stay on track for your goals. Okay, so I like this a lot. When you click on the trends, it'll give you a chart that's interactive just based on what you want to see, and it'll break it down based on the date. Now, of course, since I'm just setting it up, it's showing me one day, but it can be interactive because as time goes on, of course, it'll add more of the dates and I can see whether I'm tracking towards my wellness goals. You can expand and collapse each of the charts so you can get a little bit more detailed information. It'll break it down by week, month, and year, and a recent tab, which you can drag your finger across just so you can check out the per day progress. This is pretty convenient. It'll actually give you very in-depth analytics and tools so you can keep track on your wellness journey. It even allows for a calendar view so you can click on each day and track your progress like that. On the top right of the screen in the metrics tab, you can click it so you can see the recent statistics. As you scroll down, there is a button that shows custom management. You can go ahead and click that. And when you click it, it'll allow you to customize what you see on the trends tab. So for example, if you don't want to see a metric like weight, you can just go ahead and click on the eye icon and it'll hide that view from the metrics tab. You can even drag and reorder whatever metric you think is important to the top or the bottom or however you'd like. It's fairly simple to customize. Now in the bottom right tab where it shows your account, there's an option to add an additional user. So if there's more than one person that's going to be using the scale, they have the option to fill in their information and track their progress. It would be good to mention that this device is non-medical grade, meaning it's good for tracking trends, but don't use that data as medical information. All right, let's make the Renpho Morphoscan review deeper. It's time to go over the main features. As I mentioned before, the display on the scale shows 7 metrics, but that's just scratching the surface. It actually records over 50 metrics in total, and those are available in the app. The Renpho Smart Weight Scale tracks everything from visceral fat to subcutaneous fat and muscle mass by limb to protein percentage, BMR, waist-hip ratio, and even your metabolic age. It is a true one-stop shop for all of your body data you need to track your progress with. Now, what really sets the Renpho Morphoscan Smart Body Scale apart is the dual frequency BIA technology. So when you step on the scale, it sends 2 electrical currents through your body. While you can't feel a thing, these currents measure extracellular and intracellular fluid in your body. In theory, this means you get more detailed overview of what's happening inside you. In practice, however, the BIA technology has its limitations. The measurements should be treated as estimates. They're not really as precise as DEXA scans or other body measurement methods that specialists rely on. Now, that being said, the Renpho scale still provides quite a bit of data. What's really cool about it, in my opinion, is the segmental body analysis. When you use the handle, the Renpho Bluetooth Smart Scale analyzes your arms, legs, and torso separately. Then, when you open the app, you see where you're storing fat, where you have more muscles, and so on. For those that work with a personal trainer, healthcare provider, or dietitian, it's good to know that you can download these detailed reports to show during your appointment. Before we wrap up the features, it's worth mentioning that the Renpho Smart Scale can sync with your Apple Health and Fitbit. So if you're already using wearables to track your fitness, all your data will be in one place. If you're ready to get the Renpho Smart Body Fat Scale yourself, now is the time to do it. I put a link in the description with the best available discount, or you can scan the QR code on screen. Plus, when buying a smart scale, Renpho offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. There aren't really many smart scales that offer segmental body analysis for this price range. So if that's something that you're after, go get it. All right, let's wrap this Renpho Smart Scale review. Renpho surely provides a really broad range of data about your body, which means that you get more detailed insights compared to most standard smart scales. However, while the dual frequency BIA may offer better insights than the standard BIA, these Renpho scales still aren't a medical grade device. But I think it's a great tool for tracking changes over time. So if you want quick and insightful data to guide you on your wellness journey, this is a perfect choice. And with that best price link in the description, it's even better. So go get it and start your wellness journey now. For myself, it's time to sign off. See you next time on Wellness Pulse.